Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the Culture News. My name is David Serero, and I have the pleasure to have today on iHeart Radio the one and only. She's Broadway royalty. She's theater royalty. She's the queen. There's no one above her. She is the greatest. She's absolutely amazing. She's bringing Broadway to a whole new audience. She has her youth, her passion, and of course, her God's given talent. I'm talking, of course, about Sierra Boggess. Sierra, how are you today?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. What a beautiful intro. Thank you.
Of course, I'm not going to mention that you wrote the script for me, okay? It's just
Okay, yeah, please don't. Please don't. That's our secret.
that's our secret. No, of course, I don't even write the things. It's so spontaneous because you inspire us for greatness, and that's who you are. You are absolutely wonderful. So again, congratulations for all the great things you've done in your career, and you're such an inspiration. You're wonderful, and you coming to us again with this beautiful new piece. So I have a lot of questions. This new piece called Monte Cristo, a new musical by Peter Kellogg and Stephen Weiner. This is starring you, of course, Adam Jacobs, James Juddy, Norm Lewis, we love him, and a lot of wonderful others, great performer. This is at the York Theater, which is actually at the theater at St. Jean's, and it is opening March 19th. I will be there to upload you, and you can buy the tickets. Yorktheater.org. This is a limited off-Broadway engagement. So the first question, my dear Sarah, how that project was brought to you and what made you jump on it?
Oh, I'm really, really excited about this one. I just have to say, really excited. I don't think there's been a musical like this type of sweeping romantic, in decades. It's really is the kind of musical that made me want to do this for a living. It's like a Les Mis and a Phantom, and it's just high romance and high drama, and I just, I love it so much. What drew me to it is all the way back now, almost 20 years ago, when I was doing Mermaid. I met Peter and Stephen, who wrote this, and they had written a show called The Rivals, and I was doing readings and workshops for them for that. So that was my introduction to them. And I think they are just an extraordinary creative team in terms of music and lyric and book. They're so smart. Stephen writes the way that I just naturally want to sing. It's it's not difficult to feel his music. It's like a comfortable armchair. And Peter has some of the most intricate and I don't know. I see. This is why I'm not a writer, because it's like his words are, they're really, really interesting and um, intricate. So I once I knew that Monte Cristo was happening, I knew about this. They've been working on this. I don't know. They would say, but for sure how long? But I feel like maybe a decade, because I did a workshop for them, like probably 10 years ago. And then, you know how these things are, new musicals, for people who don't know, it's like when a new musical finally hits the stage, it's been in development for so many years. And so it's like, it really is like birthing a baby. And I just knew as soon as I heard this music once again, I was like, oh my God. And then you hear this music paired with this particular story, which is such a, in my time of working on this, it's like I didn't realize how many people really love this story of Count of Monte Cristo. And I understand why. It's so strangely timely in this day and age. I mean, Peter wrote these lyrics and adapted this book, but years ago, and now what we're living through a bit in today's society, it's like, wow, the parallels between 1815 in France. It's like, how can this be? So it's really fascinating, and it's so wonderful to be a part of a project that is so timely. And then again, like I was saying, the high romance of it, and Adam Jacobs, who plays the Count. He and I worked together one of my very first jobs out of school, and one of his also. We were on the tour of Les Mis together. So we haven't worked together since then. And of course, I went on to be Ariel and he went on to be Aladdin. So we've been joking. It's like how a street rat and a mermaid come together in this high romance. And of course, everyone knows my history with Norm Lewis and him playing my father in Mermaid and then playing Phantom together. So it's just a really beautiful reunion of sort. I could keep going, but
No, no, no,
but
no, please.
yeah.
First of all, you have to know one thing, Sarah. This is your show. You have the key. You can come anytime. I can rebrand the name. It's not anymore iHeart Radio. It's iSierra Radio. It's your
Oh,
show. You
wow.
have the
Wow.
keys. You're the queen. The queen has all the power, and I'm your valet. And I'm so
Oh,
proud to be.
oh.
I feel just with this interview, I think I'm going to get my green card right away. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
good. Okay,
This
good.
is no, I'm so happy I got it a few years ago. I'm so happy. But the thing I wanted to ask you, so you mentioned France, which is my native country, so I'm so proud of you mentioning. But you
Yep.
have that thing with this great French, European also theater, because
Yeah.
of course you were, and Andrew Lloyd Webber said you were his favorite Christine Daae. By the way, you were supposed to do Christine in French in Paris.
I
I
know.
know, I know. We were waiting for it, but I hope it will come back again. But what do you like so much in these plots, in these European stories that, as you said, this beautiful expression of yours, you just said that you felt like you were on an armchair.
Mm.
What do you like so much into these plots that makes you want to come back? And actually, the question is it easier for you to jump on a role that people know, like Christine Daae, or to start like from a role that nobody really knows, which is the one of this great new upcoming musical, Monte Cristo?
So I'll answer that question first. Both have its own pressures. When people already feel like they own a piece of material like a Phantom and a Christine, it's like that has its own pressure because of the level of expectation of what they feel like it already should be, and they already have their favorites, and then you're coming in and doing your interpretation. So that has its own pressure, but I do love to walk into a role that is like that, especially like a Christine, you can have dreamed about it and what it would be like to play and all of those kinds of things and how you're going to put your spin on it. But it is every actor, it wants to create their own role so that you're the one putting your stamp on it first, and then everyone is hopefully feeling inspired and wanting to put theirs on. So I do truly love to create from the ground up. And this, I have to say, has been one of the most collaborative rehearsal periods that I've ever been a part of. Anyone who makes musicals or show any type of show, it's like the collaboration is such a huge part of it and can really make or break the process, especially for such a vulnerable art form. We have this incredible director named Peter Flynn. He and I have never worked together before. And I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to work with him again and again and again. He has made such an environment that is conducive to creativity and so open to ideas and different things. If I come in and I'm like, oh, I lost sleep last night because I just feel like my character would do this or this, and he's so welcoming to that, and then the writers as well. Like, this is just a very unique process. So that's the answer to that. The first part, Norm and Adam and I were just talking about this the other day. They were like, why have we've done basically three shows between the three of us of that takes place in France with Les Mis and with Phantom and now with this. Um,
Maybe you should move to Paris also,
I
not too
tried
long
though,
from
didn't I?
here.
I tried, and then the theater en flambe. So no, I know. I do think, especially being an American, it's like I know so many of us have just a deep fascination with Europe. I think I have, past lives there for sure. Every time I go to London, even I'm just like, oh, I know that I was here in another lifetime. But Europe is so special and it's old, it's so old, whereas this country is such a new country. So there is so much history and so many more ghosts, I feel like. So
Yeah.
it's like it's just more magical. And so it is no accident that I think these dramatic, sweeping, intense love stories all take place in Europe. There's no accident to me. And I will say this particular story, it's like, oh my God, it flushes out so much that that I've been through in my life. And people who are going to see it are going to feel that, even though it takes place in 1815 and then over a course of 20 years, actually, in this piece, you see yourself in one of these characters. There is, survival, and there is greed, and there is deep love and longing and love lost, and then how you just find hope when it feels hopeless. And there's gaslighting, like there's a lot of gaslighting. There's a lot of like modern day themes of like really intense relationships, and oh my God, I could go on and on.
We will be there definitely to applaud you. So he plays from March 12, which is after tomorrow, yeah,
Yes,
and until April 5th. But something
that's right.
telling me is going to go to Broadway, So, but I'm very happy you mentioned the director, Peter Flynn, choreography, Marco Santana, and music director and orchestration, David Hancock Turner, and of course, Peter Kellogg for book and lyrics and music, Stephen Viner. So last question, because I know this is your lunch break, so I don't want to take too much of your time. Last question, Sarah.
Yes.
When you decide to go on for a new musical, a new play, a new project, you have the script, you have the music score. How your work as an actress, as a singer begins.
Oh, for if it's a brand new piece, and it's a musical, I listen to the music first. I need to know what the music sounds like, what the type of vibe is. So first I listen to the music, and then I look, and then I read the story. And once I'm in the story, I am immediately connecting to something in there. If this is a piece that I've chosen, it's like, oh, I understand how to play this. I have something to say for this character, because I always believe it's like we as artists get to be the ones that are helping tell that character story. So I feel suddenly this like responsibility of, what do I use in my life? What has occurred that is connecting me to this, in this case, Mercedes story, that I need to be the one that is helping her get her story out. It's almost like she's like a ghost that I want to bring back to life so that she gets a chance for her story to be told. Yeah, it's kind of a spiritual experience um, for me. So that is, and it's no different from what this one is. I feel really, really lucky and responsible to tell Mercedes' story.
Well, we are very lucky. We're the luckiest one to actually watch you and applaud you, and it's always a blessing to have you. I want to thank Katie Rosen for putting this together, and of course all the wonderful team of the York Theater, which is really where these days new musicals are taking life. And of course, the one and only, the queen, I said the queen, she is the queen, Sierra Boggess. Go to check her out, of course. Listen to her wonderful singing and go to the theater starting March 12th, April 5th. How do you feel now? You feel excited?
I'm really excited. We're at crunch time. We got tech, and we have a final dress tomorrow, and then it's time to bring in the audience. We need our next character.
Exactly, and we cannot wait. Sierra, it's an honor having you. God bless you more than he already has. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. You too. Thank you so much.
It's an honor.